and welcome to Finextra TV. I'm Hannah Wallace, and today we're in The Hague for the Temenos Community Forum 2019, the theme of which is Digital Banking Reloaded. Joining me now in the studio is Alexa Guenoun of Temenos. Hello Alexa, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now we're talking about Temenos Innovation Initiatives, and it's just launched the Innovation Collective. So to start off with then, could you tell us a little bit more about that, please?
Yes. So basically, we've had for now about 2 years an innovation hub, but that was really very much within Temenos. This is something we were using to pilot a few of the innovation you've seen on the stage. So we've talked about NeoDB, that came from there. We talked about cloud agnostic, cloud native. We were in the cloud, but not necessarily agnostic and native. That came from there. You'll hear an announcement this afternoon. I don't want to steal everybody's thunder on data. This is also coming from there. So this lab has been running, funded by the company with ideas. They are allowed a small pot of money, and what they do is they run proof of concept, come present that to the product board, to which every exec is part of, as well as the product team, and we see whether it makes sense or not. They come with a business case as well, and we decide what to do with this. This got wind into our client community, and a lot of clients were asking, oh, can we have a look at what they're doing? Can we give them input? So selfishly, I have to say, it started this way. As the Chief Client Officer of Temenos and meeting so many clients, I was arranging and facilitating those sessions to the point where the guys were telling me, well, you know what, it's all very nice, we're collecting lots of ideas, but a lot of them are the same. Can't we just put them in a room and share? So I was thinking, okay, probably the best idea. We stop multiplying those different meetings. We share, especially when it comes to technology. Our view was, we don't really talk about competitive advantage in the sense that you're not talking about a specific product you want to keep to yourself, a specific pricing you don't want to expose. It's something that's going to benefit the entire group. So I collected all those clients, a little bit as a non-democratic process, I would have to say, but I was looking for clients that had the bandwidth, first of all. Also clients that were very advanced technologically, so it tends to be the bigger one, or the very technology advanced one, the fintechy style, the new entrants, and pull them all together, gave them a charter to sign, which says whatever you'll do with us, you'll have to share. So that was my first thing. If you don't share, you're not coming. And build this initiative around them. So basically, it's about us showing them what we have in the pipe, them telling us, I would also want to do this, but then collectively agreeing who's going to work on that, on what with us. So the idea is to say, I'll pick a topic because I'm interested and because I have knowledge in that space, and I will collaborate with this other customer because they are the same concern. Let's mutualize, and let's not duplicate the effort. I mean, when we started with NeoDB, we had 4 customers wanting to do POCs. And I was thinking, if the idea is to prove scalability, elasticity, why do it 4 times? Mm-hmm. So that's where it started.
Fantastic, it's a really exciting development there.
Yeah, it is.
And which banks are part of this Innovation Collective?
So small group to start with. Gonna have to start to count on my hand if you don't mind. So we have Open Bank, we have Standard Chartered Bank, we have Macquarie, we have Nordea, of course, we have Bank of Ireland, KBC, Blue Shore, who am I missing? Leumi, and Al Rajhi. Fantastic. So that's where we are for now. The aim is really to grow this group to about, let's say, max 15 banks, by which time we may need to split it. And I also started with where we had content. So obviously, because of the legacy where we're coming from, we have a lot going on T24 Transact, a lot going on Wealth Suite. So the Macquarie and SCB of this world and Open Bank are implementing Wealth Suite. We are not yet ripe, for example, on the fund side. The fund hasn't really entered the Innovation Hub, aside from the database part, which we are moving them onto NeoDB. But I wanted to make sure that the people who are going to come are going to get a lot out of it and want to participate and want to come back. There's nothing worse, I think, with those initiatives, because there's a buzzword in there, which is innovation. They come and I see nothing for them, they never come back. So the idea is to grow that group to about 15, and as I said, maybe make it more topical if we need to.
All right, but could you give me some examples of Temenos' innovation in this space?
As I said, we talked a little bit about it, but I can go back on the main ones these years, which even led to investment for some of them. If you look at NeoDB, the problem started with, we want distributed database, we want cheaper databases, We are not going to build anything. There are stuff in the market, and the NeoDBs of this world, and the Cassandras, and so can we try it out? And then Open Bank came and said, you know what, we are moving a few of our Santander stack to NeoDB. Is your system running on that? And we're like, we're willing to try. Let's give it a try. We started with this. Then other bank came, Macquarie came to us and say, I'm interested. Would you also move your entire wealth suite on it? So I'm not saying any of those customers are committing into it. They're, for now, looking into it, but we needed somebody with a proper business case to come to us and say yes. Once we piloted with them and saw the result, we said, okay, there's something into that, but it's a small company. How do we make sure that we are forefront for them? Well, let's invest. We don't buy proprietary technologies. We didn't want to go this far. We didn't want to go as far as saying, you know what, let's acquire them. We just wanted to make sure we were staying relevant for them as a very good partner to work with. So that's one of them. AI is something we're working a lot on, and you'll hear some of the things this afternoon. But again, it starts with data. So there's a big initiative on data, structured and unstructured data, which is something that, again, there was a lot of debate. Is it for us? Is it not for us? Are we a data lake? Are we not a data lake? Should we go in there or not? But then if you want to go AI, you cannot absolve yourself from data. So again, AI is a big topic. We're starting with chatbots, we're starting with AI, but we realized then that our constraint was, what do we do with data? Let's backtrack. Again, Innovation Lab. We gave them that problem. We said, what is going on in that space? Can you come with a couple of ideas? And they've piloted a few in the analytics space, for example, where it starts usually. And watch the space, I would have to say.
Well, Alexa, it's been a pleasure. I'll watch this space for sure. I'll let you get back to the event. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
And thank you for watching.